All right. Welcome, everybody. If you can hear me, you can see me, let me know in the comments so that we can enjoy this time together. Let me see and make sure I got it right. Okay, cool. This is excellent. Welcome, everybody. I want you to do yourselves a favor, your family a favor, and share this with 5 people and let them know that we are going to be going deep into some understanding about how to master your money. One of the most important aspects of the life of a person is their money. Excellent. I'm glad that you all can hear me and see me. I won't be on here too long today. I want to really give you this information. It's going to be compact. This is going to be a teaching. So moving forward now into the future, we are going to be really teaching about money, business, the markets, manhood, marriage, all the things that are important to you, just so that you are able to live a life that is fulfilled. All right. So today we're going to talk about how to become the master of your money. All right, how to become the master of your money. Now, I want to give you this really quickly so that you can understand something really quick. Money is a tool, right? Money is a tool. Money is a tool. Now, understanding that money is a tool is understanding this. Tools are used to enhance something, to fix something, to put something together. So if something is a tool, it is something that is essential for progress. This means that money in itself is not evil. Money is not evil. Money is not evil in itself, because at the end of the day, money is only as effective as the person that's using it. Okay. Now, when we're talking about money, and we're talking about it being a tool is something that is used to advance. It solves a problem, it makes things easy, and it brings simplicity to your life. So when people say that money is the root of all evil, what they're really believing about money is in its entirety that it has power to do things. When we know that money itself cannot do anything without a person, because tools are only as effective as the person that is using them. So the first principle that I need you all to reconcile within yourself is money is not evil. One day I'm going to really dig on that context so that you can understand that money in itself cannot do anything without a person. Okay. Money needs structure. Money needs systems. Money needs a way to flow into and flow out of. So the thing that is evil or good or whatever is the vessel that it's coming in and out of. Okay, so if money is used to progress your family, then it's not evil. If it's used to create havoc in the world, to do some really evil things, then yeah, it's even then in itself, it's not evil. It's people who are evil, right? And so I have to fix my shirt while I'm talking. Now. So that's the first primary principle that I'm going to teach you today of how to become a master of your money. Number 1, money is a tool. Number 2, money is not yours. What am I saying? I have a situation with my shirt, so please don't judge me. Ow. Okay, I think I got it. Having a malfunction Somebody help. You know what? I'm gonna just say whatever. Okay. I don't want to deal with it. Now, when we're talking about money, firstly is a tool. Secondly, money is something that you are in control of, but it is something that is not actually yours. What am I saying? Money is not yours. Money is not yours. Money is not yours. You are a steward of money, but you are not the God of money, in a sense. You are not the one that has created it, and you are not the one that distributes it. And when I say distribute, I'm not talking about give it away. I'm talking about you are not the person that is the creator of it. God gives it to you, and you now are the person that distributes it in the way that it needs to go. That's what I mean. So when you allow for money to be, or yourself to believe that you are the sole provider of yourself, you are missing out on everything. The best thing that you can do and believe about money is that it's a resource, but it's not an infinite resource. The only resource that we have is God. The only infinite resource that we have is God. So God gives us money, then we now are the stewards of it. So we sell, we save, we invest, we lend, we give to charity. All these different things are all aspects of the financial journey. Okay, so when we're talking about becoming a money master, there's two principles that we need to understand before we get into the phases of money. Number one, money is a tool. Number two, money is a tool. And number two, that you are the steward of money. Okay, so money is a tool and you are the steward. A steward is someone that doesn't just save it, but a steward is someone that is able to maximize it. So when we're talking about maximizing something, we're talking about expanding it to its largest capacity before it's time to actually elevate and get more. So for example, excuse me, banks are really effective at this. Banks know how to make $10 out of $1. Banks know how to make $10 out of $1. How do you do that? They create an environment that provokes people to want to buy assets. Because banks themselves don't actually have money. But banks themselves present themselves as a solution to the marketplace. Thus, when they present themselves to a solution to the marketplace says, the bank can lend me money, and now I can go and get something that I always wanted, whether it be a car, a house, a new Billy Goat. I don't know what it is. So when that is the case, now the bank is getting paid not by what they lent. They're getting paid by interest. So if a bank can lend something 7 times, they can multiply their investment into you by allowing you to buy something that you may not necessarily be able to afford initially, but they're collecting all the money on the back end. It's a powerful business model. So my question for many of you right now is, excuse me, are you going to be like the bank? Are you going to be the person that becomes an asset and presents yourself to the marketplace? That way you can be the one that's collecting interest and not paying interest. I just said something right there. Are you going to be someone that collects interest, or are you going to be someone that pays interest forever? The key to being a master of money is being able to know how to maneuver through the phases of money, so that you can no longer be the one that's paying interest all the time, but you can be the one that's collecting it. I hope I'm helping you so far. Now, let's talk about this. I said two things. Number one, money is a tool. Number two, you are a steward of money. Number three, you're ready for this one. The third principle I want to tell you is money is spiritual. Now, this may seem wild to say, but spiritual things are all things that before you actually see it physically, it always manifests in you spiritually, right? I was teaching this a few days ago, and I was telling someone that you are only as effective as what you believe about yourself. So money finds speed when the person that is collecting it has a different belief system about themselves and about money. Now, when I say money is spiritual, you think that money is a result of dollars, yens, pounds, JMD, all these different things. But that's not actually true money. True money is spiritual before it is material. So the scripture said something so interesting. The worlds were framed by the word of God. Everything that was made of, that we see, is made up of things that we cannot see. So before there were dollars and cents that were physical, there were dollars and cents that were in the mind of somebody else. What if you became so convinced about what you were able to produce that you could create wealth and money for yourself with speed? Something that is spiritual is something that exists in a belief system that no matter what is going on in the environment, the economy, I still have the capacity to create, because there will always be supply and there will always be demand. All I now need to do is position myself to always be an attractor of money. Now, for some people, this may sound absolutely crazy, but here's the thing, right? If you want to produce something, you can't produce it beyond your belief that you are able to produce it. You can't actually create anything if you don't believe that it's possible. So your capacity is limited by your belief system. Your capacity to receive wealth, resources, relationships, connections, wisdom is predicated by what you believe about yourself. Now I'm getting to what I want to talk about, but I gotta talk about this for a sec. So what I believe about myself is the direction to my ability to create. Every time you confess the words, I am broke, I am poor, I don't have, that costs too much, all these different things, all that is doing is it's shaping your environment so that every time there's an opportunity for you to accomplish something, do something different, have a different outcome, you won't have it, because your belief system about yourself, money, God, and everything else in between is always jaded. You always think there's somebody that's out to get you. And when you have that perspective, you'll never be able to actually function in a wealth experience. I hope I'm helping you. So if you want to have a different outcome, you have to first have a different type of income. The income is what you are putting inside of yourself, what you are speaking about yourself. That's income. Because what is income is what is inside of you, incoming. So what your outcomes are a result of what's inside of you. This is money conversation, money language 101. I never say the words I don't have. I always say the words, how can I get? I don't say the words, I can't afford it. I always say the words, how can I afford it? Because here's how you know money is spiritual. And money actually is, I can have $1,000 in my bank, on my credit card, on my debit card, or in cash. These are three different places. But it's the same thing. That's how you know it's spiritual. Because it can exist in different places with different types of forms and formats. So if I myself, if I need to create a different outcome, before I create the outcome, I first need to have a different belief system about myself. I first need to say, you know what, JaQuan, it is highly possible for me to actually accomplish this. Oh yeah, I can make $1 million in a year. Absolutely, I can make $1 million in a day. Absolutely, I can make $1 million in an hour. Absolutely, money comes to me with ease. When I started to shift my mindset, it now caused me to experience something on an entirely different level financially. Now, at some point, I'm going to talk about the levels of wealth, the levels of value, because I think it's important for you to understand how a lot of times we believe that working hard is what's going to attract money. But if money is spiritual, then I have to do spiritual things in order to attract it. Now, I'm not going to talk about that today, but now I'm going to transition into the 4 phases of money. If you're ready, I want you to type "I'm ready" in the chat. Type "I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready." All right. So the number 4. 4 is a very interesting number for me because it's a number that is connected to establishment. It's connected to influence. It's also connected to income, right? So there's 4 phases to money that everybody who's watching me needs to understand. If you're watching me today, I want you to take these notes and make sure that you are really, really, really taking this information into consideration. There are 4 phases to the money experience, right? The first phase is what we would call income accumulation. Accumulation. I also would call it income generation. Yeah. I feel like I like the word accumulate. Income accumulate, because this is where you're in a process of making money. This is the, I don't even want to call it the grind phase. This is the attraction phase. This is where money becomes attracted to you. This is where you become attracted to money. In the accumulation phase, this is where you figure out the way that you are going to create wealth. You're going to create money for yourself. This is where you figure out, how am I going to make money? Now, I want you to understand this, that making money is easy. I want you to write that down. Making money is easy for me. Right? So when I say making money is easy, I'm not saying that there won't be challenges. I am saying that the art of making money or allowing money to be attracted to you is rather simple. Why? Because money follows a few things. Money follows value. Money follows purpose. And money follows problems. Money follows value. Money follows purpose. And money follows problems. Money follows purpose. Money follows value. And money follows problems. I want you to write that down. Purpose, value, and problems. What is value? Value is your ability to help someone reach a certain result that they desire. That's valuable. You are more valuable to someone if you can help them. If you can help someone get to a specific outcome, you are way more valuable than someone else who cannot. If you say, JaQuan, I can help you, I can put a system in your business that can help you generate leads on autopilot so you don't have to worry about working so hard anymore. I would say my next question would be, how do you do it? And how much will you charge me for it? Because it's something that I would need. I have it now, but it's something that I would need, right? So that is valuable to me because I need it. So even like value and problems, they're related. And all three of these are related. Value, problems, and purpose. Because the problem I'm having right now, quote unquote, this is just hypothetical. Problem I could be having is I am working extremely hard and I am not generating the leads that I need to generate, right? So your value comes in because your value comes in when you say, I can solve that problem for you. And it allows me to actually function in my high purpose, which is serving other people. You never find money where there are no problems. You never find money where there is no value. And you never find money where there are no sound or sign of purpose. So to ask yourself the question, where am I missing out on the money? We're still in the accumulation phase. So a lot of times, here's what people do. People they work, which is fine. But there's a lot of times they work in jobs they don't have purpose in. Now, the job will help them in their ultimate purpose, potentially, but there are some jobs that are just not connected to your purpose. There are some people that say, hey, JaQuan, I think I want to get into real estate. Well, why? I think I can make passive income. I would say passive income doesn't exist. What? JaQuan, did you just say passive income doesn't exist? In order for something to be passive, it has to be active first. What you're talking about is deferred income, not passive income. Passive income is making, quote unquote, making money while you sleep. But before there's even a sign of passive income, there has to be some active income somewhere. Another issue that people have is they think that they don't have to create something in order to make money. Money's just not going to fall out the sky. Money follows a system. Money follows a structure. So if you don't have something that is systematized or structured, then you're not going to have money to flow through you. Think about it. They say, I need a stream of income. Well, what's in between a stream? Land. So you need to either dig somewhere in order to create a system so that the stream can flow to you. But a lot of people right now are in this multiple streams of income era. And I want to tell you something right now. I want you to hear me with your good ears. Multiple streams of income is not the initial goal. Multiple streams of income is the end goal. But you can't create any stream of income if you don't have a body of water that's consistent already. The multiple streams of income concept is good, but if you listen to anybody who's a millionaire, that was not their initial goal. Their initial goal was to generate resources on a consistent level, consistently grow it and scale it so that they can go and invest in other investments and investment vehicles so that they're able to make money while they sleep or whatever. But that even itself, in its entirety, is not passive initially. It is actually active up front. So the ability to attract money or to accumulate in this accumulation phase is predicated upon your ability to create a system, a structure that money can flow through. Here's another thing that you need to understand about money. Money is supposed to move. Money that is not moving is money that is dying. If the dollar is actually only worth $7, 70 cents. The dollar is only worth 70 cents. If it's only worth that amount, that means that's a 30% issue there, right? That's 30% of an issue. Now, if it's only worth 70% on today, but then it's worth 10 cents tomorrow, and the price of milk, cheese, bread, gas is consistently rising, then I need to figure out, okay, if I'm working at the job and keeping my money in the bank, it's not effective for me. I need to now figure out, how can I make money at a faster rate? Can I tell you something? Don't ever let people tell you that you can't make money fast. If it's a get rich quick, are get rich quick schemes bad? Conceptually, in the heart of the mind, in the mind of the heart or whatever, is it could be seemingly bad, but why wouldn't you want to make money fast? Building wealth is a system, is a process, but making money doesn't have to be slow. I was having a conversation with my barber, And I did some math for him. This was a really good conversation. And I was like, hey, bro, listen, you cut 10 heads a day. That's 10 hours of your time, right? You cut 10 heads a day. That's 10 hours of your time. You make $50 per head on average. This is just hypothetical. You work 5 days out of the week. 5 times 500, it's $2,500 a week. That's $10,000. But the caveat is you've worked 50 hours. Imagine if you built a mentorship program for men in their brand to help men have a better personal brand so that they can ultimately attract more women. I don't want to say more women, that sounds bad. And attract their spouse or look better professionally or something of that nature. And you charge them $5,000. This is a 3-month package deal, consulting package, where you take them from start to finish, from no brand to a good brand in 90 days. $5,000. And you only have to ultimately do 2 of those a month, and you are making the same amount of money that you would if you worked 50 hours. Now you just made it in 2 hours. Is that not making money fast? When I said this to him, he was like, wait, you mean I could make this amount of money in less than 5 hours of work? I said, with the right system, yes. So your problem may not necessarily be a money problem. Your problem may be a system problem. You may not have the system or the structure or the education to know how to make money at a faster speed. Imagine clients paying you $5, $10, $20, $30, $50,000, but they're only paying that because what? It has purpose, it has value, and you're solving a problem. Money follows problems. Money follows purpose, and money follows value. If you can accelerate or increase your ability to solve people's problems and become more valuable, then you can make a lot more money. So in the accumulation phase, we're not focused on putting our money in stocks, bonds, and well, that's just a system that I implement. I'm not focused on putting all my resources into this. I'm not focused on trading. I'm not focused on that's good for who it's worth. But for me, I need to sell something that's a high price to a lot of people. I need to do it consistently. Right? That's accumulation. This is where you go from 0 to $1 million, $1 million to 3 million. Right? Now, in the next phase of money, the first phase was income accumulation. The second phase is income preservation. This is where we are looking at how do I not just make the money, but how do I keep it? How do I keep my money? Because the art of being an effective money master is not how much money you can make only, but how much money you can keep as well. There's 2 ways to keep money. And when I say keep, I'm not talking about just keeping it in the bank. I'm talking about keeping it moving. These 2 ways are through budgeting and through tax strategy. If you don't have a good budget and you don't have a tax strategy, then you're going to lose all your money. Because number one, you don't know where it's coming and going. which is accounting. And number two, you don't know how to keep it away from the government. I always tell people this: marketing and sales is the lifeline of business, but accounting and taxes is the language of business. Hear me clearly. Marketing and sales is your lifeline of business. It's how you're going to generate income and keep generating income. But accounting and taxes, it's the language of business, because it will show you how to manage and keep all your resources away from the government. Now, when I say away from the government, I'm saying this like this. The government has laws and tax strategies that are in the law that you are supposed to take advantage of, so that you don't have to keep paying them all your resources. This is called income preservation. This is phase 2. So once I make my millions, and you do preservation during this process, of course, but I just want to, make it clear. But the income preservation phase happens in every part of your matriculation of income, because you need tax strategy and accounting strategy throughout your time in your financial experience. Why? Because if you don't have it in any part of your business, or in specific parts of your business or your financial journey, then you will have a lot of money and then lose it to the government, and you don't know what you're doing with it. This is why you find the JaQuan. Because I don't know how to teach you how to make money, I teach you how to keep it. Now, in this preservation phase, we are trying to figure out how to make sure that we salvage all of the resources that we have so that we can go into the next phase. Are y'all here with me? The next phase is multiplication. Now, multiplication is where we are doing more of the investing aspect. This is where we are allowing for our money to make money for us. Now, this is where we go from, I have this lump sum of cash in my bank account, I need to put this to work for me. What did I say? Money is supposed to work for you. You're not supposed to be working for it. Hello? If you are someone that is working for money, you are more than likely using your energy to create it. And if you're using your energy to create it, like your physical body from the head down, not the head down, from the shoulders down, then you are ultimately working for money. The key to being effective, right, in the financial journey is knowing not just how to make it and to preserve it, but also how to multiply it. I'm not the person that's going to say, put your money in all these different places. I'm a very strategic person. So I would say, okay, you want to have your money make money. Do you want to invest it into a business? Do you want to invest it into real estate? Do you want to invest it into the marketplace? Do you want to invest it into a community? I don't know what it is for you, but it's all predicated upon what your goals are financially, right? Now, accumulate, preserve, multiply. Multiply is money making money. This is how money makes you money while you sleep. Okay? Now, once we enter multiplication, we're now going from multiplication into distribution. This is going to be really good. So, distribution It's also something that you prepare for during each of these phases. These phases are so stacked upon each other that in each level of financial success that you acquire, you should be accumulating, preserve, multiply. Accumulate, preserve, multiply, distribute. Accumulate, preserve, multiply, distribute. So the fourth phase of money is distribution. Distribution is where we're now telling our money what to do and where to go. In this specific phase, when we're telling money where to go, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about putting your money into the community, putting your money into churches. Hello? Putting your money into other charitable things, putting your money into trusts and for family legacy building, putting your money into the next generation, investing into houses for people who are on the streets, maybe educational programs. Because here's the thing, everybody. If you are someone who only wants money just for you, you're never going to have any. I'm saying something. The lifeline of money is supposed to come in you and flow through you. It's supposed to enter you and flow through you. But if you are someone that does not desire to be generous, then you won't have any type of consistency in your resources. Generosity does not occur when you have a lot. Generosity occurs before you even have a lot. So the four phases of money are this: accumulate, preserve, multiply, distribute. I want you right now, or as you are someone who is about to ascend financially, I want you right now to think about this. Where do I want my money to go? A lot of times when we're thinking about money, we're always thinking about, okay, how am I gonna pay this bill? No, that is the wrong mindset. That is the wrong mindset. Money is not only to pay bills. Money is to make money so that you can be an asset to other people. Before you even think about wanting millions, what are you going to do with them? What is your $1 million distribution plan? What have you thought about what it would be like if you gave to a church $1 million as your tithe? Have you ever thought about the life that you're living when you can send children to other countries for experiences, for educational experiences? What about the homeless, the poor, the widows, the elderly, all these different people? Have you thought about what you want your money to do? I can honestly say, I'll say it like this. Could it be that one of the reasons why things aren't happening just yet is because you don't have the right perspective of money yet? Your sole desire and ambition for desiring money is to prove people wrong. Is to make sure that they know that you are who you are, that you're these different types of things, but you don't have any type of purpose for what you want to do with your money. Money is something that is essential for our ability to survive. However, when we only focus on the survival aspect of money, we never focus or we never position ourselves to be someone that's thriving with money. I'm going to say this publicly because I want people to understand this. I was on Twitter one day, and there was a conversation about someone giving money to the students for financial literacy. I want to teach you something about financial literacy that was mistaught to me when I first started. A lot of people think or thought that financial literacy, that its intent was to teach people how to budget. And while that could be true, if you don't have resources to budget, what are we talking about? The error with financial literacy is that we approach it not from a place of wholeness, in a sense. We only approach it from a place of assumption that you already have resources in your hand already. What about the people who don't have money? What do I tell them? So the error with financial literacy teachings is that we're teaching you how to budget before we're teaching you how to accumulate. I need to show you before I show you how to accumulate, I need to show you how to have the mind of money. What I just did today, I need to show you how to have the right perspective of money, that money is not your God and you are not the God of money. You are the steward of it. It's a tool. These are all things that when you train somebody to see money as a tool and not something that just pays bills or pays debt, then you can now enter into a conversation of, okay, this is how you make more money. Because when I show you how to make more money and I invest in your ability to make more money, what I'm actually doing is I'm helping you create a better life for yourself so that when you have the money, you have the money to budget. If I teach you about budgeting, but without teaching you how to make money, I am robbing you of financial literacy. If I teach you how to invest, but you don't have the money to invest, then I'm robbing you. Before we have a conversation about investing in anything, I need to see what you want to do with this money. I need to see what your mindset is about money. And then once we have that, we now can talk about how, let's figure out how to make it. How do we make it so that you are able to do what you need to do with your resources? Now, this teaching, what I want you to do with this teaching today, I want you, number one, ask yourself, why do I want to be a millionaire or multimillionaire or billionaire or trillionaire? Why do I want to be that? Why is this important to me? Why do I desire this? If it's to prove people wrong, stop. Don't even think about it. If it's to make yourself look good and to make sure that you satisfy an insecurity, it's not going to happen. Because you will start to lust after money and desire money before you desire to help someone else. Because here's the thing, money is not in God's hands. Money is in somebody else's hands. The economy of heaven is in the economy of people. So while you're looking for God to give you money, sure, he's the God of money, but he's also the God of everything that exists. So with that in mind, he can command somebody to pay you something, but it has to be something that is worth them paying for. Nobody's just going to pay you just to pay you. They're going to pay you because you're valuable. We can have a deep dive one of these days. And those people who watch me or who may watch me in the future, I can literally help you look at your life right now and identify the area of your life that you can monetize that helps serve somebody else. Because there is nothing in this world that you can't have access to. You just got to know how to access it. So this week, I'm going to do a teaching, a deep dive into identifying what's in your house. It's a biblical story, but it's a story that helped me come out of some financial issues. Okay? So, what I want you to do, number one, is ask yourself, why do you want this money? Right? What is your $1 million distribution plan? Why do you want millions, billions, trillions? Now, when you identify that, I want you to then make declarations about yourself according to what you believe about yourself that is conducive to produce that. There's a concept that I've learned. I've listened to Myron Golden. I've listened to his name is Reverend Ike, and it's an old school principle that is, it says be, do, have. Be is a spiritual identity. It's the I am, but it's also your I am shapes your mentality. Right? So being is a state of identity. You can't have who you have not become. You cannot have what you have not become. So if I want to have millions in tangibility, I need to become a millionaire in my own identity. The problem that a lot of people are teaching you, they're not confronting what's actually in you that's keeping you from actually having it. What's keeping you is not desire. What's keeping you from having it is your belief system about yourself. Every time, and I know this based upon how you communicate with yourself, about yourself, and to other people about yourself. And I also know it when there's challenges. Here's the thing. When you are in a challenge, your language will guide you through it. When a challenge comes, what do you say? Because the challenges is what is supposed to reveal you. It reveals what you believe about you. So while you are trying to have all this great stuff, you're never going to have it because you have not become the person for it yet. So once you've identified what you want to do with this money, I now need you to identify who you are and who you need to become. Once we identify that, then we need to figure out what's the plan, what's in my house. What will turn my financial situation around? If you invest, and this is why I teach it this way, it's one thing to invest $1,000 into the stock market because you think you're going to get a millionaire return. And it's possible. There's nothing that's impossible. But there is another way. If I invest $1,000 at 10%, 10% of 1,000 is only 100. So within a year, my $1,000 only turned into $1,100. And then I got to pay interest on the difference, which is not interest. I have to pay tax on the difference at capital gains taxes, which is 20%. So that $100 that I earned, if I withdraw that out of my account, I now have to pay taxes on $100. 20% capital gains taxes. 20% of 100 is $20. So I really only made $80 on my investment account. But if I go and invest money into myself to learn how to take my skills to the next level, take my skills, package my skills, and become an expert in an area to sell something to somebody that is effective for them, that produces something for them, that gets them a result, my $1,000 can now turn into $5,000 because my product or service is not anything less than $5,000 because my result is worth $50,000 or more. I just said all this big, grandiose, large language to say this. When you put money into you, investing in you, you will always have a higher return on your investment. The reason why I charge what I charge is not because of just my financial goals. Yeah, that's part of it. But it's because your result, it proves that my system works. So if you pay me, you're not paying me. You're investing in yourself. Because when you invest in yourself and you sacrifice for yourself, it stimulates belief in yourself that I have to be committed to me now. So before you even go and try to do or have anything else, let's talk about being, what we got to do now so that we can have. So I desire, why do you want the millions? Who are you have to become? Next step, what do I have to do now to actually see that into my life? And that is that is going to be your assignment in this from today. So I hope this helped you. I want to do a live Q&A soon. I want to do it, and I'm going to do it on YouTube, and it's going to be a financial Q&A. And I want this to be very effective for you all. However, excuse me. I hope this helps you identify the 4 phases of money so that you can produce on a higher level. So next time we talk, we're going to talk about how to identify what's in your house. All right? And how to identify what's in your house so that you can go out and make money in 2024. All right? So God bless you. I'll see you soon. And I hope this helped you learn how to become the master of your own money. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.